Anglers covet tools of the fishing trade. Things like boats and rods and reels and even knives. Precise tools we use to prep fish for the pot. Fillet knives, often individual works of art. Max Smith understands that passion for the perfection of a clean, sharp blade. Max makes one-of-a-kind fillet knives, the art of Damascus steel, easily identified by its unique wavy pattern, a proven metal form old as time.
Yeah, so Damascus, it's actually a very misunderstood, I guess you could say, steel. And it's a multi-layer steel of usually two different kinds that are forge welded together at a high temperature. That creates the layers that run through the steel.
Beauty this bladesmith mastered. Time to throw on an apron,
Alligator,
and get to work.
The most that I've got this garage up to in the summer months was 129 degrees.
That's with the doors open.
Use my hydraulic press to essentially make a homogeneous piece of steel.
Max starts to squish the heated metal plates.
I mean, from start to finish, probably go in and out 15 to 20 times, somewhere in there. There's so much time that goes into these Damascus billets that if I end up making a mistake and I have 45 hours into that billet alone, a tear might be shed.
Pretty soon the billet looks longer than the forge.
From there, I can either keep adding more layers by folding it and repeating the same process, or I do what is called a stock removal. I take a piece of steel and I completely grind out the shape that I want.
I think Max likes what he sees, so up next, the blade gets its curves. He cuts a rough outline and starts to remove the excess steel.
End up really making it all by hand. Every single knife is completely hand ground.
Now, Max makes sure it will always stay strong.
Oil is typically the best way to go. After the quenching and everything's nice and cold to the touch and straight, this is when I'm gonna do the tempering.
He brings the knife up to 300 degrees and holds that for 2 hours.
And I'm gonna let temperature drop back down to room temp and then do it again. So now, every bladesmith's nightmare, the wonderful world of hand sanding. I hate it, and I'd love to know a single knife maker out there that says that's my favorite part. Yeah, you're really taking out every single scratch you made prior and now going in the complete opposite direction. Unfortunately, it takes hours to do. After the knife is completely sanded, which takes a very long amount of time.
Max now cleans up the blade a bit.
So this is just ferric chloride that is watered down.
In the end, a seemingly perfect creation of crazy process, but only worth using with fish in hand.
Oh, got a fish.
We can solve that.
What's our flavor? It's the right flavor.
One.
Max finally takes time off to go fishing.
Nice fish.
Pan fishing fun that looks like this.
Good little guy.
The pursuit of a bladesmith. A day that culminates with Max's work in hand. Beauty in the form of a razor-sharp blade, forging functional art.
There's a part of this that has to be a business to keep going and to keep getting better. But at the same time, there's a lot of knives that I'll make, and then it's really hard to let them go because they look so good.